Honest to God, I'm not shitting you. I thought, oh, the video's up. Let me not take this off. We'll just leave it there. I thought that people were taking the phone, putting lube on it, and then literally sticking the entire phone
Well, I'm sure they probably did before they put it in there, maybe.
up their hoo-ha.
When you went with the lube thing, I thought you were thinking like someone gloving up, like the officer gloving up.
Well, then I assume, well, exactly to your point, right? So now I'm thinking that the phone's in either your ass or your vagine.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking then that then these guys, when you do that choke and cough, it's like, okay, then they're basically like,
Choke
all
and
right,
cough.
coffee, choke.
Bending cough. The six is choking. I'm done. I'm about to tap the fuck out.
Choke and cough.
I'm about to choke and cough. Yeah, they usually choke you.
What were you thinking about, buddy?
I know.
I was thinking about.
That'd be like, that place would have more baby oil than me.
Yeah, she did. I don't know what I was thinking, like, because then, did you guys not realize, was it not clicking with you that something was not clicking with me when you said, oh, razor phone? I'm like, well, I guess you could get that up to with some lube. That would be still.
It's gone through my mind though. Like, I mean, it doesn't happen a lot, but it has happened, right?
Yeah.
And then I look at the size of the phone and I'm like, holy shit. But I mean, they're all different, I guess.
I guess I would understand if you took the phone and put it between your ass cheeks, but then as soon as you spread up,
it's gotta be in the pocket, or they're gonna see it. That's the only way you're gonna get through.
And just so we're clear, the pocket is up the vagine.
Yeah, it's up
where your taco is.
How would you ever get that phone right your vagine?
But again, it's not like everyone goes in with a phone in their hoo-ha.
Yeah,
or their prison pocket.
This right
but
here,
it has happened.
I mean,
I'm gonna be like this.
Where are you putting a charger?
This freaking scares me here. Like,
even the shape of the phone doesn't look fun.
That's my thing, is the shape of the phone. Because if you think about it, we've had children out of our
Right, I was just about to say that.
But like the
dilated.
Right. Exactly. So it's like, but the shape of this, I'm like.
Just for reference, I have my hand around a seltzer can. Just like, if it was this, well, you'd have to, Shabs, but like, let's just say, for instance, this was the phone to get into jail. Hello? You would have to put this can up your hoo-ha.
You definitely would need.
That's like a lot of lube.
Do you think this would be harder to get up your vagine or the phone?
I feel like that would, I'd say the phone.
Like the phone would be
the shape of that.
Yeah, what she said.
So which one would you rather choose?
I would choose the can over the phone because of the shape of it, like she said.
Of your vagine.
Dude, do you see this now? I don't know how they do it.
Look at that.
Okay, what if you were in jail and they said, listen, if you can get this iPhone in your hoo-ha, then you can call your girls.
I'm sticking it up there.
How are you doing that?
But you can, by the way, you can call from, you need to call your girls from that phone. You can call it right from the prison phone. You can call your girls.
Oh, then I'm not doing that.
I think it's more about social media and shit that people are so like.
You wouldn't want social media in jail?
No.
Well, we know.
But you could see
all. Would. You know that I felt like my phone was like, I could feel my phone ringing sometimes I was in there because you're so used to having it.
Really?
Or the vibration.
It's like ghost.
But the same, or the smoking cigarettes.
It's like when Roland goes, his like spirit goes through Shabo.
Yeah.
I'm like, Roland, please, buddy, just let me know. When I go to church tomorrow, I'm gonna have to ask for holy water.
What do you think? Would he give you some?
I'm sure he would.
I would love if we could get some.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to him about it here too. Yeah. I'm gonna talk to him about it too.
I don't think we need to go as far as a priest. Anywho's, we'll get back on what we think we could about sticking whatever up the vagine. But like, what if like you could have, and I'll leave it at that, and then we're going to the next question. But if you could have the phone there so that you could call, but you could also text, you could also see all of Alex and Nessa's social media. It would be, you could have all this access in prison, not just the phone.
Yeah, of course. But like, just for social media, I'd be fine with that social media.
Mm-hmm.
Honest to God. I'm old school. I'd rather be on the phone having a conversation with somebody.
Which you are allowed phone calls. So you don't need the phone.
How many phone calls a day?
5 or 6? I don't even remember. But here,
what?
Yeah, they're 15-minute phone calls. They used to be collect. You used to have to pay for them. Now they're free.
I just want to make this clear.
Go ahead.
I know we're discussing scenarios, ladies. I would not make it. I give you props. I would not make it. I think
I told you this before. We used to talk about this when we were younger. Like, if we go to jail, I wouldn't survive.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
You would, though. You would. You'd be surprised.
You'd have to.
You have to. You got.
Guys, I'm too square. I can't do it.
You got your girls to go. There's square people in prison.
You know, what did we talk about this? You didn't even want to be.
True. This is true. This is facts.
You have to get home to your kids. That's most important. It's like
Right.
you have to get through it.
You got to make the 75 cents a day,
Mm-hmm.
right?
I mean, for sure. That's for sure.
Working is
Pretty commissary, right? That's how you say it.
You would be good at
yeah, but your family would put money on your books, and you could do that too. You don't have to work to get money. It was never about the money. It was more about a peace of mind. Like,
you know how we pay for her commissary money? It's real simple. We have her brother, who would have her sweet brother make merch that said free Shaban.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't. What crime would I be committing?
You tell the people.
You never know.
I tell the people.
Crime for being
selling the feet pics, maybe?
It's not illegal.
I think that should be a crime. That second toe, that's a
damn crime.
That's like
there's a man, there's people out there that want to see that.
But what is with people wanting to put, like, do weird shit, like put peanut butter on your feet or like stick your feet in cow manure? Like, what is going on?
I don't know about the cow manure, but they could put peanut butter on my feet. That's fine.
No, you're going to do it and you're going to send a video or a picture and then you're going to send it to Jim Bob and freaking.
But that video is going to make her $50. Will you do it?
I think I would do.
Wait, for $50? Just to put peanut butter on my toes?
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Wait, Jim Bob wants peanut
You'd
butter
be
on my toes.
Jim Bob will pay.
Jim Bob wants you to take a picture of your toes.
Ladies, we got to talk off air.
You are the co-owner.
Do you have cute feet, Kate? Because we could go into business.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. We got to talk off air. We got to discuss this.
I would do my feet, for sure.
You are the co-owner of Survival Management. We offer these services, and you're asking me if we offer these services.
I know, but we have employees that handle this stuff.
That's true.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? We have employees that handle this stuff.
That's right.
They're making boss moves.
You know,
so make sure you're doing everything legal, because if not, you're going to end up in jail.
Can I just ask if you could make $25 a photo on a feet pic, what would you say right now? $25 a photo.
Where do I?
Yeah, exactly. For $25.
Here's my cash. I mean,
for real?
Oh, why not?
It's not anything weird. I'm not anything weird with that.
Yeah, we're just
where have you guys been?
I don't know, but listen, I'm going on record with this. I'm going to say it loud and clear.
You're on record.
Bigger girls have cuter feet.
Hey,
I'm just saying.
Hey. So
different body types have different fits.
Would you do $10 a photo?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
I'm not going for it.
$20 a photo.
$25.
25.
Okay.
And then once it starts hitting, you want me to do weird shit, prices going up.
Can I ask you guys something else?
Yeah, what's up?
Okay. So this is part of our survival management.
Wait, like you do weird stuff with your feet? Is that what you're saying?
Like, I don't know, like they want weird stuff on them, like peanut butter and whipped cream. And
yeah, I'll do that.
You know who should oversee survival management?
Who?
Wow.
You know, I want to go into business with us? Yeah.
You have to oversee everybody.
As long as I can still work with my people over there at the mount.
Oh, yeah, 100%. You can just deal right there. You can take the photos.
Take pictures?
You could take vintage photos of people and their feet at the laundromat.
Yeah.
Like a vintage style, really cool shit.
Oh, that would be classy. Make it classy, like black and white.
Because everything you do at survival management is classy. Even if you have gnarly toes,
it's top
you have classy gnarly toes.
Yeah.
Classy, not trashy.
So you guys could be making $25 a photo at survival management.
There we go.
I'm being for real, actually. Honest, like you can if you photo.
It's crazy. There's a market in it.
Oh my God.
Draft the contract.
So easy to sign
up.
up.
Contracts tonight. Okay.
All right, let's get back. Everybody.
Yeah, we're not back in.
Reel it back in. This was good. We ain't done yet. Survival management.
Right. We got to talk.
Tupac's like, girl, you were, I love you, man.
Next question. Do you still talk to people that you were in jail with and have gotten out? And has their life gotten any better?
I do talk to a lot of people that I was in prison with. And I think that 90% of them have definitely gone down a better road. Is it a possibility that you come out of prison and you don't better yourself? Absolutely. But this is the reason why. Because, and I wanted to touch on this, so this is a perfect question. when you go to prison, you spend time in prison. When you come home, it is extremely hard to find a job, for someone to give you a chance. It's hard to find a place to live on your own because they do background checks. So you have that tied to you now. So I think that it's so important to have a support system, family, friends, such as things like that. But yes, 90% of the girls that I've stayed in contact with are doing well, for sure. So, and again, it's all about how you're working on yourself on the inside, you know, not just riding out, getting commissary every week and bulldagging, which is hooking up with chicks and things like that.
Wait, what was the term?
Bulldagging.
Wait, what is it?
One more time for the people. Bulldagging?
Bull dagging?
Yes.
Bull dagging.
Yes.
It's hooking up with
Google that. I'm just kidding. But it should be in there. Yeah. Oh, go ahead. I know you were. I've seen it. But, no, I think working on yourself and wanting a better life is most important. The prison system is not put in place to go there, do your time, come home, do the same shit, keep going back and forth. It's a punishment for the crime that you committed, and it's about you putting the work in to change what you did wrong, to better yourself. I was blessed to have been able to go to that program and better myself more than I ever thought I was going to be able to. But coming home, it was my family and my friends that supported me, you know.
And you needed that.
I did. I needed structure. I needed, you know, I'm not saying money wise, like, hey, they're like, here's money, go get an apartment. Here's money, go. I worked for everything I have. Everything that I had last summer, I remember I literally worked 2 jobs like nonstop to get everything that I had. And people like the Dixons, I'll just say it.
Yeah.
Gave me a chance, you know, but it's hard.
Absolutely.
A lot of places do background checks. A lot of places won't give you a chance because you're a convicted felon. You know, they see that and it's your label. They don't see Lelania who did right before all this. They see Lelania who did wrong. And that's why I think it's very important. Like if you're an employer, give that convicted felon a chance. It's coming out and trying to start over. They're some of the hardest working people.
Right.
Plain and simple.
Can we give a plug? Can we give a plug to Dixon's? Because I know that myself and Kate have been there for breakfast before.
Very good people. I mean, just down to earth,
awesome.
old school people. And like I said, it was my first job when I came home. Is it the best job in the whole world? No, of course not. But it's the love that I received there from customers.
Yes.
And from them. Like, just very good.
From the ownership, because it's a family business.
Yeah, it is a family business.
They're great people there.
They are.
Yeah.
They are.
It's wonderful to hear.
I love that.
I
love that.
And like I said, I want to go into, you know, doing something more, but I'll always, even if it was like one day a week, I don't know, there's just something about that place. I think it's because they're like family to me.
Yeah.
I've known them forever, you know? So.
I love that for you.
I love that. I love you, that you love me, that we all love each other.
I just love the love that we're experiencing here at the lovely Jody Boulevard.
Kumbaya, mofos. Yes. Kumbaya, holla.
Did you call us mofos?
Yeah. Yeah.
Still, there's always that.
I love you guys. Yeah.
Shelby used to tell me how much she hated me, but now I know she meant.
I don't think she does. I think it's really love.
Remember that at first? Remember when we first got reunited, and you'd always say to Justine and I hate you guys. And we'd always bless you for that.
I know. I had to change how I talked. I did.
She's like, I hate you.
Because she really meant that she loved you.
100%. Island girl.
Yeah. So I had to
It was so funny though. I never took offense ever. That never changed.
I had to Next question. We're almost done. What if you run out of toilet paper? Do you get endless amounts of toilet paper?
No, you do not get endless amounts of toilet paper.
This would be a problem because it's not good shit in there.
So, toilet paper? We can talk about toilet paper in a minute, but let's talk about prison toilet paper.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
No, it's not. It's cheap shit. Comes in a big, huge box. So, but each cell...
How many plies? Do you know?
It's shit you're getting.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's why I want to talk about this. Hold on, because we're going to talk about Scott's tissue. So, you get 2 rolls of toilet paper per cell every 3 days. So twice a week.
I use a lot of toilet.
You get 4 rolls. The same with pads. You want to talk about pads and tampons? You get 4 pads and 4 tampons with your 2 rolls of toilet paper. So you have
the cell or a person?
For the cell. Not for the person. You have to save it. You got to save it throughout the month. And not only that, but that's how we clean our floors, are with maxi pads. Like within,
That's not a joke.
it's not, I'm dead ass serious. So if you want your floor clean, which you got to stay on top of yourself, you're going to use a maxi pad to clean your floor. A little bit of soap, a little bit of water.
Do they give you
these.
Do they give you these maxi pads every 3 days or 4 days?
Right. So altogether, for a 7-day week, you get 4 rolls of toilet paper, 4 pads, 4 tampons. So you're going to save them. Of course, girls are going to help each other out. You can also order them off of commissary.
But what if you run out of toilet paper?
Usually you can hit the buzzer and be like, hey, CO, I need toilet paper. They're not going to, they'll try to get it to you, but
Why don't they
not necessarily that we'll have it in the unit, because it's only ordered. You get 2 boxes to the unit. And not for nothing, being a common area worker, being the one passing out toilet paper, shout out to Annie. This chick would all the time, Lala, I need toilet paper. Lala, I need toilet paper.
What would I do in there?
I mean, you can buy toilet paper too.
But how much is it? Like, my commissary money.
You know what I'm going to do, Kate? I have on my phone, I'm going to send you a picture. I have a front side of a commissary sheet just so you can kind of look at what it is. I will. My brother might have like a real commissary sheet that I sent home. But I think in my phone, I think I have a commissary sheet of at least one side so you can see it, what it looks like.
I was concerned the moment that you said that it's that thin toilet paper.
Okay.
You know what's going to happen. I'm the girl that makes the roll.
Yeah, that's me.
That's
I use
all
a
my
lot of
Okay, so you guys
toilet paper.
use Scott's?
Yeah, I use
Okay,
Scott's.
so we grew up on Scott's. My daughter and I have this conversation all the time. Grandparents use Scott's, my mom, because there's just certain stuff you can't get generic.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. We're going to get them more. I feel like, what the hell happened to Scott's tissue? It's not the same as it used to be.
It's not.
It used to be very durable, great for wiping. It's awful.
You think so?
I do.
I go through a lot too.
I was going to say, I go through a lot of toilet paper.
I'm this girl, and I can't
That's
even
me.
help that. I make a mitt for one
Right,
soup.
so-
and I try to make that soup so strong.
Yeah.
Sometimes I
The
hurt
soup?
myself.
Yeah, if you're just making sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
front.
Making sure you get everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we talked about this on a previous
We
podcast
did.
about how we wipe, but
Yeah.
everybody just like, I don't even know where we stand with that.
I don't know, but yeah.
Shaba and I believe, right?
It's
Were we
front to
agree?
back. Yeah.
You sit on that toilet if you take a poo-doo
Yeah.
and you
have to do the
wipe
scoop
from
to loop.
front to
Yeah.
back, right?
Yeah. And then you got to do the scoop.
But you go from the back, right?
No, I go from the front to the back.
Right. What if you have to do a second go around? What do you do then?
Like I have to do a second. I do the same thing because I'm always worried. Like I
Okay.
get
So then
everything.
again, another thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I
pretty
use a lot of
much.
toilet paper.
So in prison, you guys would run on toilet paper.
We would.
Yes, we would, Lala.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
a
like, that's
commissary.
the month if you only
You
get.
should be. You
or a pack
need to
of
be on your
tampons.
commissary.
Yeah, man. I'd have to cut.
This
like
is why you get a good
clothing or
job in
something.
there, so then you can either buy good toilet paper
Yeah.
or you can have, because I never ran out of toilet paper because I'm a worker.
Yeah, but
I
what
never
was a
ran
roll
out.
for you? Yeah, what did a roll cost?
I don't even remember what a roll of toilet paper costs.
But you made
Yeah.
it work.
You make it work.
Okay.
You make everything work. Same with like me telling you that you use the pads to clean the floor. You make sure your cell's clean all the time. So if you can't, so we clean twice a day. The tier is clean, like your cell and that. So they pop the doors, we clean, we mop, like real cleaning products. We clean our own cells. So the common area worker gets all your chemicals. You give them to the tier workers and they do cells, sweep, mop, all that stuff. Spray down your sinks with bleach. The showers get cleaned. But women, ladies, I hate to say this, but women are very gross.
We're gross.
That's that.
Very,
That's why I don't mess with public bathrooms unless it's an emergency.
very, very.
Females are nasty.
I could tell you
Yeah.
horror stories. I'm not going to, but
Could you tell us one?
Oh gosh.
Just like the people love it.
I mean, that's true. That's true.
I can remember going in the shower because you have your different reps. So you get 2 hours or whatever. Yeah. So I remember. So anytime that you go in the bathroom, you want to make sure you clean up after yourself. If you have your monthly thing, right? And you have to take it out when you go in the shower or whatever. Okay, fine. You're going to put it in some toilet paper, something discreet to hide it. No, I remember finding in the shower. No. Like again, I'm blessed that I had some very good bunkies, very clean.
So did you wear sandals and stuff in the shower then?
They're called shower shoes. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
But you don't get those right away either. Shower shoes come on commissary. Yep. So your first 7 to 14 days until you get your first commissary, no fun.
So for our listeners, you know what that means. Make sure you're behaving yourselves and do
Yes.
not.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not
And,
glorifying any of this.
don't
No
end up
good.
in the clinker, guys, okay? Because you hear what's going to happen.
Yo, she would be using her pads as her shoes for the shower.
Ah, you guys don't even
Yeah, well, I mean, you never know.
What are you gonna do?
don't even know. Yup.
And you know what? You're gonna walk in that shower, and I bet you there's gonna be hair at the bottom of the drain.
Ooh.
Right,
I
Lala?
remember one time they took hair out of one of the showers, and it looked literally, it was like this big, and the smell.
Oh,
It was awful, awful, awful.
all that pit.
Yeah.
All
Oh,
that.
yeah. Let's talk about peeing in the shower, blowing your nose in the shower, because we have manners, right? Who does that? Who does that? Well,
Who does what?
peeing in the shower. Yeah. Do you pee in the shower? Well, that's your shower. It's not a community shower. It's not a prison shower, so you can do it at your own house. When you go to prison, don't pee in the shower. Or blow your nose in the shower. Do you blow your nose in the shower? You do. Oh, God. You better not go to prison. Because everyone will put you on blast. If someone hears you blowing your nose in the shower, they're going to say it out loud. They're going to say it out loud. Shut up.
But my bathroom gets cleaned every week. Whew. Hello? Dude, what? Hello? Should we pause it? Yes. Lala.
Yes, ma'am.
So you've been very open. You've answered a lot of our questions, or all of our questions.
Literally every question you've
You've been very, very open and transparent. And we did, just to let everybody know, have a visitor come in.
Oh my God! Like I'm
out of
bad out of freaking hell.
Lala Justine
Yeah.
reunion.
a Lala Justine reunion.
Justine was here. Lala locked the door. She clearly is like, she's not quite totally safe at Jody Bull.
And then we hear boom, boom, boom.
Boom, boom, boom. And I'm like, hell to the no.
Yeah, you never know.
I'm like, no. After you were just, no. I'm like, no.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Sure shit, it was Justine. That was so funny. That would have been a great conversation.
But Lala, last question for you. What does Lala's life look like today?
Pretty content, pretty happy, pretty at peace. Loving the small things, loving the simple things.
Is there a lot of dwelling? Do you take a lot of time out of your day to dwell, or do you think, or?
When I first came home, I did a lot because I had grief, Paulie being gone. Not so much anymore. This podcast, though, has brought up some stuff, kind of reliving it all, I guess. But no, not dwelling. I think just trying to be better, achieve more, do better, and loving, like simple things, like sitting on my couch listening to the birds outside the window. That old lady shit. That's all I'm about. I'm in my soft era.
You're in your soft.
You're in your soft era. You're in your soft era.
I really am.
I agree.
I don't get like angry like I used to. I'm not like as guarded as I used to be. Simple, joy in simple things.
What's the favorite part of your day now? I know I said last question, but I'm curious. Like,
Yeah,
you could take anything about, like, you know what I mean?
I love
like,
that.
What's your favorite? You're living
Even though I don't live far away, I think the ride home is my favorite because I always usually hang out in the office/truck. Is the ride home, the music, and just taking it on. It's like one of my favorite things to do anyway. It's just drive with the music. So
I love that, Lala. If there was, anything that you would want to tell the listeners about this overall experience for you, I know we've had now 5-6 part series at this point.
God,
we have to say goodbye, guys.
I know. What would you want to tell the listeners?
I'm extremely thankful for everybody listening. I think it's amazing. I didn't know what to expect, so definitely overwhelmed.
I didn't either.
I didn't know. I went in kind of like thinking like before we started last time, like that, maybe people would be negative or hurtful for me, but they weren't. That's why I say it came full circle. So
I can't speak for you, but I know you'll feel the sentiments. But we talk about the podcast a lot for not even a year, but close. We've been talking back and forth and figuring out. We've always been just so close to making it with this, and we're fighting always to get, higher downloads, more numbers, trying to always figure out. But then you do something like this. You do a series like this where it's like, okay, this is some of the realest shit that a lot of our listeners have ever heard before. This is something that I'm passionate about. and I know you're passionate about, because we talk a lot on our podcast about second chances, about the fact that we come in here as well as people that have sinned and have done wrong and have made mistakes, and we know that. So I just think that being able to tell somebody's story, for you to reach out to us, give us this opportunity, we're just two average freaking girls, to tell a story like this, whether you know this or not. Like I've said it to Shaba, to me, this is huge. It's a huge responsibility. I feel like, to be honest, you could have told somebody much bigger than us this story and they would have taken it on. So I feel, and I know you feel the same way, totally honored for it. And I hope that, not maybe it's a shameless plug, but I hope that if there is somebody else, you don't have to be a superstar. You don't have to be famous. If you're an average person with a story and you feel like you just want a voice because this is the place to do it. And we love to hear from anybody that's got a story, and from all walks of life. I can't imagine how hard it is to come on here to say, like, okay, I'm doing a podcast. You didn't even know what the fuck that meant.
No. I think I listened to Bunny maybe a couple times podcasts, and then I downloaded yours. Just, I want to be supportive of people and what they're doing,
Thank you.
So that's one thing and then you came in for breakfast that morning.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? We got to talking, and
I was like, dude, she's so cool. And then
I thought, you got a great energy. And so I think, and you were like all down for it. And then we kept putting it out, and then finally here we are. And I'm going to listen, we're doing a podcast over the summer.
Oh, for sure. Oh, 100%.
Because I think I just enjoyed the time hanging out with you guys most of all.
Absolutely.
Glad everyone's listening, of course, but
God, we could come on and just have coffee talk and freaking just shoot the shit as three women, just like.
Can we meet up instead of Cumberland Farms? We're going to meet up in the Dunkin' Donut parking lot.
We can meet
parking lot anywhere.
We'll do that with you.
Dunkin'?
What's the matter with Dunkin'?
Nothing's wrong with Dunkin'.
It's expensive. My coffee costs $7 every morning. I know. It's insane.
Wow.
Yeah, it's disgusting. But you got to have certain things in life.
Can I ask you how you take your coffee?
I'm a cold brew girl with a shot of espresso, 6 Splendors cold.
6 Splendors.
Well, I used to be a light and sweet girl. Light and sweet, lots of cream, lots of sugar. No.
What name do you give them when you go through
I don't give a name. I don't do a mobile order.
No, but like when you go through, okay.
A mobile order would come with a name.
Because you know how Enzo, like a couple days ago, he got a crazy order, and he got one. Yeah, okay, so it wasn't yours. He got
no
6. You like it sweet, just like your Ben.
That's what I was gonna say.
Good thing we weren't recording when Justine came in.
Wow, that brought up some memories.
Yes,
that was funny.
Definitely.
That was funny.
That was a good one.
Shepard's got she's got some brewing right there.
Well, no, it was just she's gonna do the hotline.
Yeah.
Hotline.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So just for our listeners, while we wrap this up, again, thank you for allowing us to use this platform to tell Lala's story. And we hope that it makes a difference, if not in at least one person's life, many people that are listening. Just a reminder, if anybody has any issues with mental health, suicide, or needs to speak to somebody regarding anything crisis related, there's a national number, 988. Please feel free to call or text them, and there will be somebody readily available to speak with you for anything that you need assistance with, both in English and Spanish.
And you're not alone.
No. And the same with, just touch real quick, addiction. Each day is a new day. Don't give up. Recovery is real. I know a lot of people, I said this off air, I know people that are still in active addiction, and I know people that are in recovery. And you know what? It doesn't change how I care about either side. I just can't hang out with one more than the other, when they're doing their thing. But I don't judge anybody, because you know what? You're not living that life. You're not living that story. So
right.
But there's things out there. I wish there was more for addiction. So, and mental health is important, very important to take care of it. Therapy, things as such. Talk to friends, talk to family.
Don't be afraid to ask for help.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I don't say goodbye. Shaba never says goodbye. So we'll say see you later. We'll talk more about addiction, especially if you have.
I don't do goodbye.
This ain't it. Because you all love Lala as much as we did. And so,
just so you know, Kate, myself and Shaba will definitely be hanging out.
For sure. Yeah, you got a friend in us.
With some splash of Justine in there.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay, so
Until next
time, we're not done yet, so we'll have a podcast following up with this. But yes, until next time.
friend.
Peace, everybody.
Later.